Hey you guys, it's your girl Amber Sherelle and I am back with another video. Good morning to everyone. It is currently 7:30 where I'm at. I'm supposed to be getting ready for work, but I had to come do this video really quick because it has really touched my soul, and I know I needed this, and so I'm gonna put it out there for somebody else who may need this. So I was looking back at a past relationship I had, and I just could not understand why it was never working. Like, we come together, fall apart, come together, fall apart. And I'm like, damn, like this makes absolutely no sense. So then I started looking back at my past relationships, and I'm like, damn, it's the same freaking way. And I know women think it's cute to say, don't worry, he'll be back, period. But I mean, at a certain point in your life, like when are you tired of saying that and not really getting down to the root of why these men keep coming back? Um, I also entertained the narcissism people, on YouTube, and I was like, oh my God, like the men, these men are just narcissists, but it's like, sis, this is a conversation I'm having myself. Sis, everybody's like, all of them are narcissists. Oh man, and I was like, okay, and then I really started digging deep. I was like, damn, well, am I the narcissist? And like, god damn. But what I realized is, and just hearing a lot of my clients talk about relationships too. For those of you who don't know, I do work in two different places. I work in Nacogdoches and I work in Frisco, which is outside of Dallas. And so those two places are so different when it comes to the people. So the women in Nacogdoches, which is the country town I'm from, the small town I'm from, they're all like half of them, a lot of them are married, and they just like what? This is really going on in the community? Like what? And then here in the Dallas area, the women are like, girl, these men are trash. They're this, they're that, da 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 da. So what I have learned just from just observing what is actually going on is the women in Nacogdoches, they work, but it's not on some, like they not going hard, boss bitch. They not boss bitching it up. They're not. The women in the city, they about that fast life. I had an ex, and his mom used to always say when I moved away from East Texas, she told him, she was like, "Oh, Amber trying to go live that fast life. Amber trying to go live that fast life," and I never understood what she meant. And we didn't stay together. Once I moved away, we did not stay together. We tried to be together, but it's like once I was there, once I was in it, I'm like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm on it, I'm blah blah blah, boss bitch, da da da. Like that's what I was doing. That's the route I chose to go. So many of these women now are now they want men that are on their level. They do. They're like, I want me a man that's doing bop 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 100,000, boom boom boom, and it doesn't work like that. And I had joined that community a little bit too. I'm like, yeah, like you want a man that's doing something, you know what I'm saying? But it's not about that. It was never about that. So back to this past relationship that I had. I had to really dig deep because I was really mad at him for a lot of things that I thought that he was doing wrong, and he was not doing anything wrong. Now he played his part in all of this too. But I have to take accountability for the part that I played, which led to, I believe, everything happening the way that it did. Um, he was in his masculine energy, and I was not in my feminine energy, and it almost gave off a competitive vibe. Like, even though I didn't see it as me being competitive, it was it was competitive. It just looked competitive because now it's like you fighting to be in the masculine energy, and I'm like, nigga, I have to work. Like, I have to work. Like, I'm a single mom. I'm doing this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to get it. Like, multiple streams of income. Like, I'm trying to get it. Like, what's up? And I did not realize that when I put myself in that situation, now this man is starving. He's like, if you're outside and I'm outside, who's on the inside? And now I'm looking at him to be the inside. You know, the roles are reversed. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, I don't want to be the inside. And I'm like, but I want to be outside. I'm trying to be outside. Just like many of these girls out here today. Like, they was like, we outside. Like, no, I'm done with outside life. I don't want to be outside. Moral of this story is there has to be balance in a relationship. And being outside, I didn't have time to pay attention. I did not pay attention to his needs. I didn't pay attention to the things that he needed me to do. He did for me. Like, that no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That man, he did for me. He made a big impact in my life. And I can take that on to the next relationship, because it's like, I'm taking accountability for the part that I played in all of this. It was never balanced, but that was on me. He needed me to be inside, and inside is, when women say, I want a man that's gonna come in and provide and protect and da-da-da, but what are we doing? What are we as women doing on the inside to protect our man? You know, like, because you're the housekeeper. If he's outside, he has no time to be inside trying to worry about the little things and trying to make sure that they're getting done. Like, that's your job. I feel like God gives us different roles. The man is the man for a reason. The woman is the woman for a reason. We say we want this super spiritual man. And I do believe that a man should have some sort of spirituality foundation, you know. But if we want so much from these men, and they can only give us so much because we have a part to play as well. So that has just been really just sticking on me. Just women not playing their part. It's just so many women that are single and they want a man, and they want kids, and they want this, and now they're in their 40s, and it's like, you not saying that they don't have a chance, but it's kind of like your chances are very low at this point. Like, who can you still get pregnant? And I know women now are having babies in their 40s, but sometimes it is harder, you know. But this is another thing. People always say you always get the desires of your heart, and it kind of makes you question when you see a woman that's 45 and you're like, well, what did you want? Well, I wanted to get married, I wanted to have kids, but it never manifested in their life because the desire of your heart, the desire was not strong enough. When the desire is strong enough to manifest, then you get what you want. So, for example, if I say I want a husband and I want kids, I'm not about to be out here stressing myself out on some boss bitch stuff. I'm not doing that. Like, I'm resting in my femininity, like, and I'm not gonna wait for a man to do that, to come in so I can rest in my femininity. I'm not doing that. I should already be on that. It's almost like when a pipe, you know, is going into the ground, you know, like this. So this is your manifestation. This is your desire. So when those two meet, if they're in alignment, it's like this. But if it's not in alignment, it's going to miss every time. Now you're in your 40s crying and sad. Like, I don't understand why I can't get a man. I don't understand. Like, well, you could have had what you wanted all along, but the desire was not there. The desire, it was there, but it just wasn't strong enough. You didn't put no work behind it. So that's all I have for this video, and I will see you guys on the next video. Ciao.